everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of Riverton Bay. Yes, we're finally back with a new episode. It has been quite some time since the last one, but I'm finally back with a new one, and yeah, I'm pretty excited to finally release something again on the channel. There's been a long break, but yeah, I'm back, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about why there's been such a long gap in between videos, but I quickly wanted to just inform you what this episode will be about. So we're moving out of the city in this episode, and probably the next one as well. But we're moving out of the city, and we're working here on this more rural part of the map, which is on the other side of the big mountain that is behind the city. You will see more clear if you don't really know where exactly this is. You will see that more clear in the cinematics at the end. But yeah, we're moving out of the city, and I'm creating a separate town here. And that was my plan for this area, to have a more rural part of the whole map. And I really felt like I wanted to do this town now. I kind of really felt that I wanted to move out of the city and work on some more rural stuff. Some more memories from Berrysville, I guess. But yeah, I wanted to work on a smaller town and use some more low-rise buildings and all that kind of stuff. That is just what I felt inspired to do. So yeah, we're gonna work on this one here, and my idea with this little town here is that this has probably been a Wild West town back in the day, with like the main streets and just like all the dirt and stuff that they had back in the day, with like horses and stuff going around, and yeah, all those classic buildings from the Wild West times, sort of like Red Dead Redemption. But yeah, I imagine that this town would have been something like that back in the day. But then they put some like probably newer buildings and stuff here to just sort of freshen it up. But that's the reason why the road that goes through this town is pretty narrow for it being an American town. So yeah, that's sort of my idea with that, and I'm planning to actually put some Wild West buildings somewhere else in this town, something that they have maybe just kept for tourists or something like that. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, this town, I won't finish it in this episode because I want to get some suggestions and stuff from you guys regarding this town, and also I couldn't really finish the town and in the time frame of this episode. So in the next one we'll probably finish up the whole town, and yeah, but it would be really nice if you guys could suggest a name for this town. I think that would make it a lot better to have a name for the town. And I'm also thinking that maybe we should have some sort of industry for this town, because usually these places get built because there's some type of industry, there's some sort of workforce or something, and some reason why people moved here from the start, you know. So I think we should maybe get some type of industry somewhere around here, so it makes sense that the town would be in this spot. So if you guys have any ideas of what type of industry we could do here outside of the town, or yeah, just right outside the town, please let me know if you know anything that you think could be cool to have as sort of the main work source for this town. Maybe not nowadays, but maybe back in the day. Right, anyway, I want to talk a little bit about why I haven't uploaded for such a long time. And yeah, pretty much because everything is normal for me again with this whole pandemic thing. Everything is sort of gone back to normal for me. So I have gotten a lot of stuff to do in real life, and I've been pretty much just busy with real life. I haven't been playing City Skylines at all before I started working on this episode, if I'm gonna be honest. And yeah, I've just had a lot of other things to focus on in real life, and I guess that's pretty much the reason. Also, I didn't feel super inspired to play the game, so I also kind of wanted a break, and with just everything going back to normal for me, yeah, those two combinations pretty much is the reason why I haven't uploaded in such a long time. Yeah, I actually got really inspired to work on this town here again and do something more rural that is not in the city. So that got some inspiration back for me, which is nice. So yeah, we're here with this episode finally, which is really cool. I've actually been missing talking to you guys, even though I'm pretty much talking to myself right now, but I'll just have to imagine that I'm talking to you guys. But yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back doing some commentary and stuff, and it's actually really nice to be back playing the game. It can be a little bit like when you start, or like when you think of the idea that you want to do, it can seem a little bit like exhausting to start something. But when you get going, everything just becomes a lot more fun and more enjoyable. And that is really the case for this town. Like when I started laying down the roads, I mean, I was excited to do it, but like the more I built and the more I thought things turned out well, I got much more inspired to keep building, you know. And that is pretty much how it's always been for me. You know, you have an idea, but when you actually see the idea starting to work out, that's when you get really inspired and just keep building. So yeah, I guess that's my point for saying that is, if you're not really feeling inspired but you still want to do something, just start it. Just start it and start building, and you will probably start enjoying it and get more inspiration after that, because that's how it pretty much always ends up being for me. So I guess that's the lesson from this. Just keep building and it'll get more enjoyable. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with how it's looking so far. And in case you noticed in this episode, I will be changing my graphic mods or graphic settings, I guess, a little bit. I'm just experimenting with some new settings, some new LUTs or LUTs. That's just what I'm doing. So in case you're wondering why the game looks a little bit different towards the end of this time lapse, that's why, because I'm changing my graphic mods. But yeah, so I'm having to put down these traffic lights here manually, because these roads by class, I don't think, or no, they're actually meant to. There should actually be traffic lights, but I just haven't downloaded the ones that he made, because yeah, I'm just not sure if I can replace all of the traffic lights in my city with his traffic lights. I just don't know how that works. So that's why I didn't download them, but yeah, I guess I'll have to try that out. So I just had to put some manual traffic lights. I really like how his traffic lights look, but yeah, once again, I don't know if when I download the pack of his lights, I don't know if all of them change in my city or if it's just on his roads. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm putting down a church here because I felt like that would be realistic. Plus, I think this asset looks really cool, and I've never used it before actually, so I wanted to get a church here because it's a pretty old town, so why not? And yeah, but we're pretty much at 10 minutes now. That went pretty quick. But yeah, I tend to put on some music and stuff here, as you probably know. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. And I'll tune back in a couple of minutes, and then we'll start wrapping up the episode. So yeah, enjoy some music now, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the little break from listening to my voice and listening to some music instead, or maybe you just skipped the whole music part, I don't know. That's not my business how you watch these videos. Anyway, I'm working, or I have been working on these residential buildings here, because yeah, there probably should be some residential buildings in a town like this. Yeah, the combination of these buildings I think turned out pretty well. I don't really know what I was doing with all these different types of residential buildings, but I think it kind of looks pretty alright in the end. But yeah, you'll have to let me know if you think it looks terrible or something. I think I don't know, I think the combinations turned out pretty well, I would say. And also, in case you have forgotten, because it's been some time, this map, or this whole project, is not really meant to be the most realistic thing ever. Like, I want to have a lot of freedom with like different themes and stuff, but still making it look realistic. So even though these shotgun houses maybe wouldn't be next to some like stone house from California or something, because these shotgun houses are wood and the other ones are stone or something. Maybe that's not the most realistic thing, I don't know, but I actually don't really care, because all I care about is just that they look, or it's just a look, you know. So as long as it looks good, I'm fine with it. But I put down some bigger like pine trees and stuff, and my thinking for that was that this could maybe be a more northern town, in terms of the theme for this town. So I'm thinking maybe Northern California, or even more north of that, might be where this town could have been situated in, if it was in real life. So yeah, that's what I decided to, you know, sort of, I don't know, what should I say? When I put those pine trees down, that's what I thought of, you know, that this could probably be a more northern town. You know, which the city really isn't. The city is much more of a tropical or southern city, because there's like big or large beaches and stuff and palm trees, and I didn't put any palm trees here because I wanted it to be, as I said, a more northern town. But yeah, and I also really like how that motel turned out. I think it looks really cool. It's like something from No Country for Old Men or something like that. It looks really cool. I'm very happy with the detailing and stuff around it. And I like this little road that goes in here, this little dead-end road with these buildings there. I think it turned out pretty cool, next to the gas station. But yeah, overall, I guess I'm just pretty happy with this town. And as I said, definitely suggest names for this town if you have any. That would definitely be cool. I think we should definitely have a name for this town for sure. And as I said before, some sort of industry maybe for the town, why it's here from the beginning. Anyway, we are already done with the episode. That went quick. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed some more videos from me. And yeah, if you did, make sure to leave a like. Also, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. That's gonna do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great day, and bye-bye.